Good afternoon, Davenport. Mayor Matson here. Want to update you on some things. COVID's still going on. We're still working through some of the issues, but just want to keep you updated on the city and your administration and leadership doing what they're doing with the COVID response. So just a quick refresher, please remember to wear masks when you're out in the public, especially inside with around people. It's important. We need to social distance, wear a mask, and wash your hands because it's still here. I think some people are kind of getting a little complacent, so let's stay focused so we can end this. You might remember back in March and April when we talked about this and started, we worked a lot with the health department and Dr. Katz. We continued to do so, but especially back then and did some executive orders, and we're still watching out for the safety of our community. And we have conversations with a lot of people, at least on a weekly basis, on what we should be doing. So no, we're still on this, we're still focused, and we're still thinking of your safety. We closed some facilities, but we wanted to make sure that the public could conduct business. So the entire time our phone and online transactions carried on, and I'm very proud of our staff, how they innovated the way the city provides services to our residents. We kept our council meetings open. We had some sort of a hybrid council meeting, people calling in, adjustments of where the public were at, and we still do that. It's just I'm glad to see some of the public back with us, but it was important for me and many of the folks around here, and especially our council, to keep your government open so you can do business. Communications staff created a Davenger hunt to highlight local small businesses that were still open, and we really worked with them to make sure that they could at least stay open and do their business during COVID. We worked a lot with our state, Quad City region, and county partners to ensure we're focusing on helping citizens during COVID. Again, still going on, we're still focused, but I want to take a moment to update you on what's going on. So some of the things that we have worked with our partners, and we've talked with a lot of our state legislators, a lot of our federal partners and senators to get the funding we need to do things during COVID to help folks. So just a couple quick money figures for you. A little over $3 million we got from the Federal Transportation Authority to help our service delivery and help with our health guidelines in transportation. We use that money to make sure our folks are safe, both our staff and our riders and people that use our services, that they're safe during COVID, and that continues. We got almost $300,000 from the Bureau of Justice Association for city facility security and safety improvements. Again, thinking of our staff, the people that work for you, and our citizens when we interact. We want to make sure that we're safe, and you'll see that in our buildings here going on, because we think it's important to do business, but we got to make sure everybody's safe. We got almost $1 million in community development block grants from our federal folks for a small business resiliency project. This to assist small businesses and help them be stable through COVID. So we're proud of that. I'm proud of the staff that worked that, and we've got that information out. We almost got $1 million. We got approximately $1 million, again, from CDBG, but from our state folks for homeless vouchers, almost $400,000, almost $300,000 for tenant resiliency and stabilization, and almost $300,000 for homeowner resiliency and stabilization, because we think it's very important that during COVID, if you lose your job or you're struggling to pay rent or mortgage, that we leverage our funding partners and so we can have monies available to help people stay in their places. Recently, again, some more CDBG money. We got almost $550,000 to be used that we're working on where that's going to go to supplement some of these programs we've been doing. We got about $2.5 million from our partners at the state of Iowa for local government relief funds, especially our first responders, police, fire, etc., for some of the expenses they've incurred. I'm proud again of our staff working hard to make sure our state's aware what we need, and we lobbied strongly, and we got almost $2.5 million for that. We got about $360,000 from our FEMA federal partners for reimbursements for ourselves during COVID-related expenses that we've incurred. So as you see, we are working hard to leverage funding outside of the city to help with stuff during COVID. And then we, the city, proud of our council and staff, we thought it was important to find funding, and we got almost $1 million to help with tenant-based rental assistance. For folks that maybe are laid off during COVID, we want them to stay in their places, whether it's renting or mortgages. So you can apply for $1,000 a month for 3 months, and we've given out over $250,000 of that already. We think it's important for our small businesses to help them. We think it's important for people to be able to stay in their home. This COVID experience and pandemic has caused a lot of heartache. I just want you to know we know it, we hear you, we understand it, and we leverage and talk to and work with both our staff, our county partners, our state partners, and our federal partners at the legislative level to make sure they know that the funding is important to take care of some of these issues. We're also going to do homeowner assistance. Once the moratorium on foreclosures happen in January, we're going to work on some homeowner assistance for that. So we continue to look at and find more ways to get funding to assist many of our citizens, and we'll continue to work hard to help during this COVID pandemic here in Davenport. But ladies and gentlemen, we must maintain focus. We must do our part, wearing our masks, social distancing, being aware of our surroundings, and take care of ourselves. It's important. We're getting all this money, we're helping people, but we still all have to be cognizant of the effort that we all have to give to fight this pandemic. So thank you for listening. Take care of yourself, look out for your loved ones, and God bless.